I know what it's like to wake up in the morning and feel that empty feeling, wondering if the desire you had before is gone forever. But the truth is that there is a way back. In this video, I share what really works to regain sexual potency after 60, without resorting to expensive pills or invasive procedures. Together, we'll explore the most common causes of erectile dysfunction, understand the impact of diet, how simple exercises can transform your intimate life, and what real solutions are within your reach. Get ready for a practical, emotional, and transformative journey, because getting your sex life back is possible. And it starts now. The clock strikes 6, and the house remains silent. The scent of fresh coffee lingers in the air, but you remain still, sitting on the edge of the bed, staring into the void in front of you. The days have been like this, long, heavy, and punctuated by a discomfort you'd rather not name. It's hard to admit, but the mornings have reached a point where even desire seems to have disappeared, as if your body has been disconnected from something that once felt natural. The memory of past nights when touch brought effortless pleasure now seems like an old movie, distant and almost cruel. You take a deep breath, trying to find some answer in the air, some hint that this isn't the end. And it isn't. The truth is that erectile dysfunction, a name so loaded with stigma, is rarely an isolated villain. It is a warning, a sign from the body saying that something needs to change. The blood no longer flows as it used to. The penile arteries, so delicate, are the first to feel the effects of high blood pressure, excess sugar, and fat accumulation. The flow, once free, now faces invisible obstacles, formed by years of accumulated small oversights. And the impact of this is not only physical. With each failure, a piece of self-confidence fades. With each silent night, a piece of intimacy is lost. But the body has an extraordinary capacity for regeneration, and the turning point begins when you decide to act. The first step is to understand the role of breathing. It may seem too simple, but studies show that breathing exercises increase the production of nitric oxide, a gas essential for erection, by up to 30%. Take a deep breath, hold it for 4 seconds, and then release it slowly. Do this 5 times, twice a day. It's a silent but powerful ritual. Your body will start to feel more relaxed, tension will decrease, and your blood will flow a little more freely. Then, look at the breakfast table. A colorful plate with berries such as strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and a sprinkle of nuts. These foods, rich in antioxidants and polyphenols, help protect the arteries and improve vascular health. A study from Harvard University revealed that men who consume berries daily are 19% less likely to suffer from erectile dysfunction. Each bite is a micro-decision for health. On the side, scrambled eggs with turmeric and black pepper, an anti-inflammatory combination that boosts testosterone production. Black coffee, without sugar, completes the ritual, replacing the sodas and industrialized juices that sabotage the body's energy. But eating better isn't enough. The pelvic muscles that support your erection need stimulation. Contract your muscles as if you were holding back your urine. Hold for 3 seconds, and then release. Repeat 10 times, 3 sets a day. It may seem small, but it makes a huge difference. Studies show that this simple exercise, when done consistently, can improve the quality of your erections by up to 70%. You'll notice that as you practice, a seed of confidence is being planted, and it slowly begins to grow. And then comes the realization. Many of the medications you take for other conditions may be sabotaging your sexual health. Beta blockers, diuretics, antidepressants. It may be time to talk to your doctor, seek adjustments, and switch to alternatives that preserve your potency. At the same time, controlling your blood sugar is vital. 15-minute walks after meals help stabilize blood sugar, preventing damage to your arteries. You begin to realize that each step is a piece of the puzzle, and that the path to regaining your erection is closer than you thought. You wake up the next day with a different mindset. It's as if something has changed overnight. Perhaps it's the echo of the silent decision you made, not to give in, not to accept helplessness as your final sentence. As you walk barefoot to the kitchen, the floor feels cold beneath your feet, and each step is a reminder that your body is there, ready to be awakened. Fresh coffee bubbles in the coffee pot, and next to it, berries wait to be washed. your routine begins to transform into a ritual of rebuilding. In the mirror, you stare into your own eyes. You see the timeline marked on your face, but you also notice something new: the will to fight. It is at this moment that you discover advanced therapies that can change everything. The first of these seems too futuristic to be real, but it has been proven in serious studies: low-intensity shock waves. Imagine a simple device, similar to an ultrasound device, that emits micro-impulses directly into the penile tissue, stimulating the creation of new blood vessels. A study published in the European Urology reports that men over 60 who underwent this therapy for 6 weeks reported significant improvements in the hardness and duration of their erections. There is no pain, no side effects, just the promise that the body can get back on its feet when given the right stimulation. And it doesn't stop there. Red light therapy has emerged, an innovative protocol that uses LEDs of specific lengths to stimulate cellular energy production and increase nitric oxide production. Imagine yourself lying at home with a discrete device on your lower abdomen, feeling the light gently penetrate your skin, while your body silently begins to regenerate what has been lost over time. It's science, it's real, and it's within reach of anyone who chooses to invest in their own well-being. But clinical therapies are just one pillar. The real transformation happens when you take control of your body on a daily basis. Increase your vitamin D levels, get 10 minutes of sunlight a day without sunscreen at the right time. Include foods rich in zinc and magnesium, nuts, seeds, chickpeas, spinach. Cut back on alcohol and ultra-processed foods. You learn that every decision, no matter how small, strengthens or weakens your ability to have a firm erection. You also understand the power of the mind. You discover that pornography consumption and the constant search for digital stimuli destroy sensitivity and create response patterns that make it difficult to achieve real arousal. A study from the Journal of Sexual Health reveals that men who reduce or eliminate their pornography consumption report improvements in the quality of their erections, desire, and sexual satisfaction with their partners. You decide at that moment to change your habits. Less screen time, more real presence. Touching, caressing, unhurried glances, intimate conversations before bed. Pleasure begins long before you reach the bedroom, and then you start to notice the first signs: a firmer morning erection, a look of surprise and desire from your partner, a moment when your body responds when before there was silence. It's not perfect, it's not constant yet, but it's the beginning. And that beginning is everything. Because from it comes trust, and from trust comes the willingness to continue. In the next section, we will delve into real stories of men who completely transformed their lives after turning 60, proving that it is possible to regain the power, vitality, and joy of living sexually to the fullest. Get ready. What comes next will inspire you to go even further. The stories reach you like a powerful whisper, like a call that breaks through the walls of silence. Ordinary men, like you, who one day looked in the mirror and saw a tired body, an extinguished flame, but who decided to change their own narrative. You connect with these stories because they are real, and each word carries the strength of someone who has won the battle against impotence. Kegel exercises, daily walks, and deep breathing as a self-healing ritual. 6 months later, he began experiencing the morning erections he thought had disappeared forever. When he describes the moment, he says it wasn't just an erection. It was as if his youth had been restored, as if every cell in his body said, "You're still alive." Jose, 72 years old, has heart disease, high blood pressure, and has been taking beta blockers for over a decade. He always believed that his sex life was over, until the day he adjusted his medication with his doctor, cut down on sugar, started using red light 3 times a week, and supplemented with L-citrulline and Peruvian maca. 3 months later, his wife hugged him after a night of love and whispered in his ear, "You're back." Jose says he had never cried with emotion before as he did at that moment. Carlos, 65, retired, grandfather of 3 grandchildren. He says the secret was to stop sabotaging himself. He cut back on pornography, improved the quality of intimate conversations, went to couples therapy, started doing breathing exercises, and swapped his afternoon cookies for berries and nuts. Today, he looks at his wife like they did on their first date, and she returns his gaze with a smile that says, I know what's coming. These stories are not legends. They are proof that the body responds when you give it what it needs. The right nutrients, the right stimulation, consistency, patience, self-love. This is not a miracle, but a reprogramming of biology. It is a daily commitment, where every breath, every step, every choice on the plate, every unhurried conversation, every hug before bed becomes part of a larger process of reconstruction. And now the final question is, what will you do with this information? Will you allow fear to continue to paralyze you? Or will you take the first step to regain your power and your joy in life? Because time passes, and the decision to change cannot wait any longer. Look at your hands, feel the warmth that still pulsates, and understand that pleasure is not a privilege of youth. It is your right now, at 60, at 70, at 80. The road is open. The next chapter is yours. Get up, take a deep breath, and start today. A full life awaits you. Don't put it off. If you want to take the first step towards regaining your power, click on the link below and discover how small changes can transform your life. And remember, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear this message. Let's go on this journey together.